Thank you so much for sharing that. That speaks to something that I have seen, right, again and again over the years. We go to school, the pathway that we typically are taught, right, as you grow up is more so linear.
Mhm.
You go to school for, and maybe especially older generations, you go to school for a specific thing, you graduate, you do that for 40 years and you retire. But in my own experience, anecdotal experience, and yours, right, there's a lot more to it than that. This is just one straight shot linear pathway. What is something for you though that has been helpful to make those pivots? So I could imagine you'd have to pivot quite a bit to learn, to upskill, and literally speak the lingo of every new industry or role you had to step into.
Yeah. I think there's a bit of self awareness that has to be involved in that whole process and that journey. 20 years ago, if you had asked me, I probably wouldn't have told you that I thought I was pretty self aware. I think looking back, certainly I was realizing that at each phase of that journey, that I needed something a little bit different or I wanted something a little bit different. And I'll give you a good example. When I started in the aerospace, I was just out of college. And when I got there, I quickly realized I'm like, this is not a great space for me. And mostly because the industry itself, if you think about it, it's engineering heavy, engineering based. 20 years
Yeah.
ago, I mean, you're this 20 something year old out of college and you're coming into that kind of space. It wasn't actually very welcoming, if you will, in terms of that. And I had my direct supervisor or boss or manager tell me that you're extremely ambitious, but you're going to be here for like 20 years. Take a moment here. Don't need to be in a rush to grow into. That's the worst thing that I thought I could hear because part of graduating college was like you're just bright eyed and ready to like tackle challenges and you just want all of the opportunities because you're super excited. And to hear something like that also was an indicator for me of, oh, maybe this isn't the right environment for me because
Yeah.
it doesn't align with how I want to work. So I think there were those indicators, and I think I just had to listen to them to be able to say, does this feel right? And if it didn't feel right, then I quickly made those changes and I quickly did pivot. And I was interested in lots of different areas. So it also lend itself to just being open to possibilities as they came about or seeking
Yeah.
those possibilities out. Yeah.
That reminds me of a book I came across during my old MBA experience in 2019, around 2019, and it's The Art of Possibility by
Mm.
Ben and Rosamund Zander. And that was very eye-opening, just going through life with an expectation that there are possibilities. The world is teeming with possibilities. It really changes your posture, even in times of lack